Cities don't just happen. They grow in response to the needs and wants of the people who live in, work in and visit them. Every time we shop, move house, have a child, do business or change jobs, we impact on our city's evolution. A generation ago, many people worked in inner Melbourne by day, then went home to their families on the quarter-acre block in the suburbs. It was thought that by the year 2000, the city's geographic centre would be Waverley, home of the newly opened VFL Park. Melbourne was fast becoming a doughnut city, with its once populous inner city empty after hours, its citizens preferring a home in the suburbs. Today, the inner city has roared back to life and many Melburnians call it home. This is just one outcome of the many changes we've seen in our economy, society and culture over recent years. In the 1990s, more people live alone or in couples, and families have fewer children than previous generations. We work in new types of jobs, often with part-time or flexible hours. What we make, we spend, especially on leisure and recreation. And there's a greater interest in urban lifestyles. The baby boomers may be older, but they're relatively wealthy, healthy, and mobile. These changes have nurtured a great revival of the city, the repopulation of the CBD, and an increased demand for a greater variety of suburban housing. While the post-war generation had their triple-fronted brick veneer dream home in the suburbs, many of their kids couldn't wait to move to a single-fronted terrace or apartment close to their work. Unlike their parents, they want to rent, not buy, and have opted for career first, kids later. And as more people move back to the city, they demand more recreation and entertainment venues. Much of the new residential and commercial development is taking place on what was once the home of manufacturing in Melbourne. But in today's global economy, the growth areas are finance and information technology. And as more and more firms outsource their activities, new service-oriented businesses have emerged close to their clients. But the direction of change in Melbourne is not all one way. Our manufacturers have not disappeared, just moved to larger, more affordable buildings in the suburbs. And for those of us living in the suburbs, the change is just as strong. Throughout the metropolis, there are more one- and two-person households than ever before. Some still move to the fringe suburbs to start families, while others move to medium-density housing in the middle suburbs. In a world with less job security, many people don't want to be or can't afford to be locked into owning their own home. The large suburban home on a quarter acre doesn't suit their needs, and many prefer these new housing styles. As a living city, our needs are constantly changing. We're growing older as a population. We're more closely linked to other countries' economies, and emerging industries are requiring new work skills. Adapting to these demands, while creating a harmony between the traditional and the modern, is a challenge. But it is nothing new. Controversy goes hand in hand with Melbourne's evolution. We want to celebrate our heritage, while realising the benefits of the new, which will in turn one day become our heritage, as our city continues to evolve in response to our ever-changing needs and wants.